Hey everyone, today I thought I'd do something a little different. Do you remember back in the 90s and early 2000s, whenever you would buy a brand new movie on VHS, and if you're lucky enough, they would come with shopping inserts, or video guides or stuff like that? Well, of course, VeggieTales is no stranger to that, and that's the subject of today's video, where I'm going to go through the evolution of the Check Inside for More VeggieTales Fun pamphlets. Now, this was a series of pamphlets that has been done from about 1998 to 2001. And I'll also throw this in as a bonus. So, basically what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up from this version all the way up till this version. So, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and here we go. So, starting off, we're going to start off with this version. Now, right here on the front, it says, "There's never been a show like VeggieTales," referencing the show's theme song, and we can see a render of the characters that was originally on the VHS of Bob and Larry's Favorite Stories. And as we open this up, here we have a message from Phil Vischer, who was the CEO of Big Idea at the time, and also half the voice cast, talking about why VeggieTales was made, and on the side, we can see an advertisement for BigIdea.com. Over here on this page, we can see the first 4 episodes, and they also give a description on what the episode is about, and what songs are on each video, and how much they were at the time. And according to the price, they were $12.99 a pop. Or in this case, $13 a pop. Whatever, details. But one thing that's notable is here they have the lesson of the episode as the title. But later on we'll see another change with that. But let's open this up a little more. And we can see the rest of the episodes. And here in the Releasing in 1999 page, they also advertise the lyric releases for Very Silly Songs, Josh and the Big Wall, and Madame Blueberry. I honestly think this is a great idea because it lets the customer know ahead of time, okay, in June I should be looking for Very Silly Songs or Josh and the Big Wall, or in October I should be looking for Madame Blueberry. And then over here on this page, they also advertise the albums, the first 2 VeggieTunes albums, and A Very Veggie Christmas. And over here on this side, they also advertise the plush toys released by Gund. And on the back, they advertise the What's the Big Idea newsletter and the VeggieTales Birthday Club. Now, this version was made from about late 1998 to early 1999, and it can be found in the Lyric Studios releases of God Wants Me to Forgive Them and Larry Boy and the Fib from Outer Space. Okay, moving on. Here's the next one. Now, the front is the same as the previous version, so there's really no noticeable difference there. The message from Phil Vischer in the advertisement for BigIdea.com is still the same as well. However, this page with the first 4 episodes on here, we have a different cover for Are You My Neighbor? And the price is actually $14.95, and that's in Canadian dollars. Why, you may ask? Well, I'll explain that later. I'll explain that in a moment, but here's how the first 4 episodes looked. And then here's the rest of the episodes. And here on the Releasing in 1999 section of this page, we have a new cover for Josh and the Big Wall, but we still have the same prototype cover for Very Silly Songs that was seen from the first version. And then we got the music albums and the plush toys. Now you're about to see why the videos are priced at $14.95. This is from a Kids Motion International release, and they're a Canadian equivalent of Lyric Studios over there. Anyway, here on the back they advertise the read-along books, and if we compare this to the first version, you can see a notable difference. Here on this one they're advertising the VeggieTales read-along books for Dave and the Giant Pickle and Larry Boy and the Fib from Outer Space. Now as for this pamphlet, it can be found in any Kids Motion International release from 1999, but mine came in a Kids Motion International release of Josh and the Big Wall. So yeah, that is that. Alright, moving on. Here's the next one. This one was made from about mid-1999. Oh yeah, and the Kids Motion International one I showed earlier, that was made from early to mid-1999. Now, with this one, you can see a bit of a difference between this and this one. The text, the VeggieTales logo, and the render of the characters is a little bigger compared to this one. The message from Phil Vischer and the advertisement for BigIdea.com is still the same. And then over here on this page, we're still advertising the first 4 episodes, and now the price is back to $12.99. And we have the American cover for Are You My Neighbor? But you'll notice that between this and the first version, the cover art for each of the videos is aligned a little differently. And here's the rest of the episodes on this page. But here in the Releasing in 1999 page, we have a new cover for Very Silly Songs, which is the final version. And we still got the same cover art for Josh and the Big Wall from the previous version. And here's the albums. And the plush toys, which this is the last pamphlet to advertise them, because we'll see coming next, they got rid of the advertisement for the plush toys. And with this version, instead of advertising what else, it's just a film strip with Bob and Larry. And this film strip is actually the same one that was in the What's the Big Idea 5th anniversary issue. It was on the page when Bob and Larry were being interviewed. Now, like I said, this one was made from mid-1999. As for which releases you can find it in, it can be found in the Lyric Studios releases of Very Silly Songs and Josh and the Big Wall. Alright, moving on. Here's the next one. Now, right off the bat, we have a major change compared to the previous version. Here we sort of went from yellow to orange, and the text is different too. Instead of it saying there's never been a show like VeggieTales, it now says check inside for more VeggieTales fun, and this is going to be like that for the next few versions all the way up until the last one. But the render of the characters is still the same from the previous versions, and also the text is moved from the top to the bottom. Now, and then over here, it says parenting is hard, and we have a different render of Larry. And we have a new advertisement for BigIdea.com. Whereas, yeah, so we have new screenshots of that. And then here on this page, gone is the price for how much they were. All it is just the episode covers and the description of what the episode is about, and what songs are on it. And speaking of which, before then, the previous few pamphlets, they would just have the lesson of the episode as the title, but here, starting with this one, they put the episode's titles right there. But here they're advertising the first 7 episodes. And you can see with this one, for very silly songs, it says very silly sing-along, very silly sing-songs on here, which that's not really true. Oh, that's not really what the title is supposed to be, but I guess it was just a spelling error or something. And then as we open this up a little more, the rest of the episodes are being advertised over here. And starting with this one, they start advertising The End of Silliness, Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed, and Larry Boy the Soundtrack. As we can see, it says new releases from Big Idea. And then the music albums are right over here too. Gone is also the advertisement for the plush toys. And then here on the back, instead of it being a film strip with Bob and Larry, it's actually a film strip with screenshots from different VeggieTales episodes. So we got a screenshot from Where's God When I'm Scared, 2 screenshots from Are You My Neighbor, a screenshot from Rack, Shack and Benny, and a screenshot from Madame Blueberry. Now as for this pamphlet, this was made from about late 1999 to early 2000. And this can be found in the Lyric Studios VHS of Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed. All right, moving on to the next one. There we go. Here's the next one. Now, you can see it's a little similar to the previous version. If I can pull it out for a comparison. You can see the height is a little shorter compared to the previous one. And the text where it says, check inside for more VeggieTales fun is different. On this one it was red, but here on this one it's purple. And the outline on the previous one was white, and on this one it's yellow. And the Parenting is Hard text now has an outline, but we still see an advertisement for BigIdea.com. So it'll be the same throughout the rest of the pamphlets. So it's no noticeable difference. And then here on this page, they're back to advertising the first 4 episodes. As for the rest of the episodes, they're on this page, as well as the 2 Larry Boy episodes and Larry Boy the Soundtrack. And the rest of the albums are over here. And you're probably wondering, where's the toy that saved Christmas and a very veggie Christmas? Well, if I can close it up, they got moved over here to the back. And you can see there's no Lyric Studios logo on it. That is because this comes from a Word Entertainment print from the early 2000s. So this pamphlet was made from about early to mid 2000, and it can be found in like I said, it can be found in any of the Word Entertainment prints from 2000. Also the original VHS of King George and the Ducky. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's the next one. Now, the front is basically the same from the previous version. However, for the Parenting is Hard message, we see an advertisement for VeggieTales.com instead of BigIdea.com, and the render of Bob is behind Larry. And then, starting with this one, the newest episodes would be moved. They would be advertised on this page, whereas the previous few versions they would be on another page. And also the Larry Boy episodes would get moved over here too. And according to this pamphlet, the newest episode at the time was King George and the Ducky. So, yeah. As for the rest of the episodes, they've been moved over here, along with the albums. And there's also a little fill out where you could put like your name, your address, and all that stuff. And also this cover of Rack, Shack, and Benny, this would be the last pamphlet to use that version of the cover, as we'll see later on. Now, this pamphlet was made from about mid-2000. And here's the back, where we see a render of Larry, and it says, "Buy any VeggieTales video and save $2. And there's also the Big Idea logo, the URL for VeggieTales.com, and the copyright info on the bottom. Now, this pamphlet can be found in the VHS of A Taste of VeggieTales. And like I said, this was made from about mid-2000. Okay, let's move on. Okay, next up, here's this one, and you can see a noticeable change compared to the previous version. Here we have a different render of the characters, and also the text where it says, "Check inside for more VeggieTales fun." It's now moved to the top. Anyway, going over the front, the render of the characters here on this one is actually from A Taste of VeggieTales, but Madame Blueberry was removed. The character, not the episode. And as for the parenting is hard message, the text is now white and the outline is now blue, and we have a new render of Bob and Larry. But the advertisement for BigIdea.com is still the same. And so is the advertisements for the newer episodes, as well as the Larry Boy episodes. But the text here for the episode titles and the lesson, on the previous version it was purple, but here it's blue. And also the outline around around the outline where it says Adventures of Larry Boy, and I'm bringing that as an example. On the previous version it was yellow, here it's orange. And here's the rest of the episodes. And right here on this cover for Rack, Shack, and Benny, this is when they started using that one. This is the front cover from the 2000 Word Entertainment reprint of the episode. As for the rest of the episodes, they're over here, as well as all that in the fill-out. Now, this pamphlet was made from mid to late 2000. And here's the back. Now, it's similar to the previous version, if I can pull it out for comparison. Here, the render of Larry is different, and the text is a different color, too. But the outline is still the same color. And here, it has the URL for BigIdea.com instead of VeggieTales.com. But the Big Idea logo and the copyright info is still the same. Now, as for where you can find this pamphlet, it can be found in the 2000 Lyric Studios VHS of King George and the Ducky. Alright, moving on. Here's this pamphlet. Now the front is basically the same from the previous version. And so is the Parenting is Hard message and the advertisement for BigIdea.com. However, if I can open this up a little more. There we go. Starting with this one. The newest episode at the time would be Esther, the girl who became queen. And King George and the Ducky got moved over here. So, in case you're wondering where Madame Blueberry got moved, it got moved over here with all the other episodes. And, of course, all the albums. And the fill-out page is gone with this one. And here on the back, it's just a render of Larry and there's no text that says buy any VeggieTales video and save $2. And the copyright info is still the same. Now, as for this pamphlet, it can be found in a few releases. It can be found in the 2000 reprint of The Toy That Saved Christmas, the 2001 Lyric Studios VHS of Esther the Girl Who Became Queen, and the 2001 VHS and DVD of Lyle the Kindly Viking, which this was the last release to use this pamphlet, because Now we're going to go on to a bonus. Here's this one. Now you'll notice a notable difference here. It's a lot smaller compared to the previous version. However, instead of it saying, check inside for more VeggieTales fun, it says, look inside for more VeggieTales. And instead of it being a group render, it's just a render of Bob and Larry. And of course, Larry's playing the sousaphone in this render. And we sort of went from orange to blue with this one. And here, we still have the same parenting is hard message, but now we have a picture of Phil Vischer. And as for the advertisement for BigIdea.com, it got moved to another page. But over here on this page, where it advertises the videos, the newest video at the time here on this page is Lyle the Kindly Viking. And here's all the Larry Boy episodes, with a nice render of Larry Boy right there, which is taken from, I believe, the advertisement for Larry Boy, the soundtrack. And here's the rest of the episodes on this page. And then here on this page, we see the rest of the episodes and the albums, and this was the only booklet to advertise the third VeggieTunes album, A Queen, a King, and a Very Blueberry. Now, there is another version of this where it also advertises the first 3 Penguins episodes, but this came from my hit entertainment copy of the Ultimate Silly Song Countdown, so there's no 3 Twin Penguins ad on that page, or whatever. And they also advertise the Fisher-Price plush toys. Well, they advertise the Fisher-Price toys, the Hallmark party, and the party stuff. This is where BigIdea.com was moved to. Well, this was where the advertisement for BigIdea.com was moved to, I should say, along with a free Silly Song e-card. And also, with this one, they start advertising the Super Fantastic Veggie Fan Club. And the back is basically just a fill-out. Now, you'll notice a difference on the page where they advertise the videos. Here, it's just the titles and the lesson and the kit and the cover art. Gone is the descriptions of the episodes and what songs are on it. And that's basically what they did for all of them, even the albums. And there you have it. The evolution of the Check Inside for More VeggieTales Fun pamphlets. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon in the future.